Yes, people. Hope you are all well today. Liverpool, we are talking Liverpool transfer news. Now, this is a big, significant one, in my opinion. Now, let's dive into the news and let's not waste no time. So, according to Graham Bailey reporting here, that Liverpool are one of the clubs that contacted Rodrigo's camp. Now, we know in the past 2 or 3 days we've seen rumours regarding Luis Diaz potentially leaving the football club. And it's looking like that is probably going to be coming to fruition, whether that he's going to go to Barcelona, Saudi, or Bayern Munich, which Bayern Munich looks like they are the front runners. Obviously, with the injury due to Jamal Musiala, and then obviously adding into the fact that they want to bring in more players on that side of the pitch. So it looks like Luis Diaz potentially could be going that way with him looking within a potential agreement with Bayern Munich. And obviously Liverpool will need to bring in a body in the attack. Now we know what happened last week. And obviously you add into the factor Darwin Núñez is going to be leaving the football club. Federico Chiesa is going to be leaving the football club. It leaves you with basically about 3 attackers. And at that point, Liverpool are probably going to have to bring in 2, whether that will be a striker and a left winger. There's been rumours for the past couple of months that Liverpool, in their attack, want to boost up their striking department and their left-hand side department. Now, this is big because Liverpool have always had an interest in Rodrigo. They've always liked Rodrigo in that sense of they've followed him from the Santos days. They've followed him all the way through his Real Madrid career and had a strong interest in him. With the potential rumours that, he could potentially be leaving Real Madrid, I 1000% would expect Liverpool to be in the conversation for Rodrigo. Now, there's a couple of names who are going to be in the suitors. You got the likes of Anthony Gordon, Milik Fofana at Lyon, and a couple of more. Now, people diss Anthony Gordon for his numbers. Now, I'm going to bring up to you Rodrigo's numbers. Last season in the league, he played 30 games, 6 goals and 5 assists. The season before that, he got 10 goals and 5 assists. In the Champions League this season, he played 12 matches, 5 goals and 2 assists. And in the Super Carabao, he played, 2 matches and got 2 goals. Now, I've said for the longest time, Rodrigo is one of the best left wingers in the world. He's actually effectively 1-for-1 playing out of position at Real Madrid. He looks like he's not going to be a favourable starter again. And this is a player, right, who is 24 years of age. Now, you could argue, yes, he's definitely getting game time according to the numbers. But a lot of those are appearances off the bench. He wants to be one of the main suitors in a team's attack. Hence why he's been linked to the likes of Arsenal. If Gabriel Martinelli leaves there, he's been linked to Manchester City. And now he's being linked with Liverpool. Now, before we dive more into this, make sure you're smashing that like button and you're subscribing to the channel. We're on that road to 1,800 subscribers. We're looking to probably try and push towards 2K before the start of the new season. Thank you all so much for the support. I just thought I'd mention that. Nice little segue into the next part of the video. Now, the reason as to why I do think this could happen is because Liverpool are going to be selling him, Luis Diaz, for probably about 60 upwards of $1 million. And you have to think, Rodrigo is probably going to cost you, I would say, between 75 and 85. So effectively, we're swapping Luis Diaz for basically Rodrigo for the likes of the price. Now, this is what Fabrizio has had to say on Rodrigo's situation. There was reports between Al Nassr as well, are wide of the mark, same as Gabriel. Al Nassr are working on different targets and for different budget, not crazy expenses. Rodrigo focus is on European football. So we know if he was to go to leave Real Madrid, he would want to join a European team. I've got a feeling he could go, because if you're looking at his Club World Cup, Rodrigo, he's barely been playing. He has genuinely barely been playing for Real Madrid, and is making his value of worth, because you go back to Real Madrid's last couple of matches, he's not started. He has not been starting the games, and you go to the quarterfinal. Rodrigo did not start, and he came on as a sub. And then if you go back to the other Real Madrid games in the club World Cup, let's go to Juventus in the round of the 16. Again, not starting in big games for them. And this is where you have to feel for him, because he's a quality player. He didn't even come on against Juventus. And bearing in mind, that's a close 1-0. So I do think he is going to be leaving Real Madrid this summer. Whether that is to an Arsenal or a Liverpool, it's going to be really, really interesting. But Liverpool aren't just interested in Rodrigo, guys. There is Newcastle fans talking and getting nervous that Gordon could be on the way. This is what everything Newcastle has had to say. I don't mean to put a damper on things, but I still get that feeling that Gordon ends up at Liverpool this summer. Just keep an eye on that Diaz situation at Liverpool. Looks like Barcelona are very keen, and so do Bayern Munich. Going to be a long summer. I do think if Liverpool was to sell Luis Diaz, it would be genuinely for an Anthony Gordon or a Rodrigo, because I don't think you can risk going for a Milik Fofana who's not proven enough, or anyone of that caliber. Anthony Gordon's proven, in my opinion. He played 34 matches, 6 goals and 5 assists. Very similar numbers to Rodrigo. The season before that, he had 11 goals and 5 assists, so effectively just completely doubled his numbers. And this season, he also bagged 2 goals and an assist in the Cup. I think one of the reasons why Gordon hasn't been playing at Liverpool, Newcastle, I wish he was playing at Liverpool, at Newcastle, is genuinely due to the fact of Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes has effectively come in and replaced him. Ever since, you look back to that red card he picked up before the cup final against us, and ever since then, his management, his disciplinary has been off the scale for him, and Harvey Barnes has come in and replaced him effectively. So I think if Liverpool was to put in a decent offer in for Anthony Gordon, Newcastle could be selling him, because that will end up freeing more power of them being able to sell rather than them wanting to sell and Alexander Isak. But people, let me know down below, do you think Rodrigo to Liverpool could happen this summer? I do think Liverpool would 100% be in the race. I think it'd be quite ludicrous of Liverpool to not be in the race for Rodrigo, especially if he is going to be available this summer. But this is definitely a story to definitely keep an eye on in probably the next 2 weeks, I would say, because I do think the Luis Diaz situation is very much eating up, and I do have a feeling that he will be sold this summer, and Liverpool would have to bring in a big Africa Cup replacement to also boost up the whole attack alongside with the striker. But let's hope the Reds do get both of those things done. Also, one last thing I want to do mention in this video regarding just all the quick little bits of Liverpool news. It has been confirmed that everyone has been asking a lot of questions about Liverpool's pre-season. That has basically been confirmed that Liverpool's pre-season will go ahead, according to reports that Liverpool's opening pre-season game against Preston North End will be played as scheduled, according to Liverpool Lancashire Post reporting this regarding Liverpool's pre-season. So I do think this will go ahead. Honestly, that's to do with Preston, etc. So it's going to be interesting regarding that. But people, make sure you're smashing up the likes and you're subscribing to the channel, and you're staying up to date with the latest football content that we do on this channel, and Liverpool content as well. As always, rest in peace to Diego Jota and Andre Silva. May you both rest in peace. And again, thoughts and prayers to the family. People, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Ta-da.